Today, from...
Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Giants take over.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
Brings up second.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
First down,
Prescott. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On the draw, this is Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Pushing the foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The throw over the middle taken in. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
An option run here for Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Taylor will throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They'll run on first down. Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Taylor. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 3, Giants 0.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Saquon Barkley on the...
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
5-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
3, Giants nothing.
This offense makes their way back out. NFC playoff race time. We give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
57's Mike 57.
After the sack on first down, Taylor, he'll hit Whitaker in the flat. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Kenneth Murray able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and he hoped to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Brings up
On play action, Prescott. This running game so important for them. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor, the loop under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Saquon Barkley. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Saquon Barkley.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Gain on the play.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Offense.
Come on, dog!
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. Sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
A second down throw for Prescott. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
Prescott's pass.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. With free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Catch made by Slayton. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
The kick.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
Ties the game at 3-3.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get through.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
partner. It sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-point drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
We get a look now at the Giants' defense as they file into position. And they have been disruptive in the backfield. And how often when we see this, as we look at some of these highlights, is it just better players getting in there versus scheme that is defeating the offense?
It's a great question, and I think oftentimes we rely on scheme. We fall back and say, well, the scheme broke down rather than giving credit to the players making plays. But when the scheme does break down, you're looking at oftentimes just being overloaded. Too many guys coming from one side or one particular area, then you can actually block it. You know, if there's 2 guys there to block them, they'll bring 3, and that 3rd guy will get through. So when you want to max protect there, meaning getting everyone in, your whole offensive line, your tight end, and your running backs, trying to make sure that you're never outnumbered by the defensive guys coming in.
Strip that ball. Go. 50 seconds, Mike. I know.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. O'Shane Zimenez. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants going to take over again on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 9, Prescott finds his tight end Ingram, and it's a fumble.
Prescott's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point. A 1st down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd.
Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Prescott's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you know, that the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
By Shaquem Griffin.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. 57's the mic.
Another try after the first down sack. Taylor, and the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd
to throw on 3rd down. Taylor, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Yeah, he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the 2nd half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry? Or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Intercepted.
Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller,
He wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Another try for Barkley. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Now the extra point.
The extra point.
And it is up.
His kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Seahawks 3.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's Hall. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
10 at the 40.
This is Carson. And he stopped immediately there.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor. Short throw to Disley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Whitaker.
Taylor's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and
to throw again is Taylor. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll run it again with Barkley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Barkley, the Giant.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll go to Barkley again. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? To throw is Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now Taylor. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, it's Whitaker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
13. Giants 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play.
And got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of
33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
Prescott's pass.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
13 all.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
3
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
out of the gun, it's Taylor.
At the 25-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
Now Taylor on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
Number 48. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40-yard line.
They go play action now. Taylor. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, it's Carson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Taylor on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Giants' 22-yard
from the gun. Taylor, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun. Taylor. And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback sacked.
Oh, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. New York ready to go again offensively. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Again, it's Barkley. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Now Prescott. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now Prescott, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Complete to number 8.
Evan Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
throwing now. Taylor on first down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up second
out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down, New York.
Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Barkley fights through him. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of a yard. And
they'll keep it on the ground. Barkley, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A 32-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
The kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Giants 23. Seahawks 13.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now this offense about ready to take over again. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Complete to number 4.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
From the gun, Taylor. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Let's go. 57. Mike, 57.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, it's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And incomplete. Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
Throwing now is Taylor. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Taylor to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
New York set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Prescott to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard, 30 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Taylor. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Short throw to Disley. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
One last shot for Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Giants, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.